Anyone who's watched my videos knows that I live in relative chaos inside this garage. Time to make a few changes, but I haven't got long. I've got an hour and I want to make 3 upgrades to try and fix some of this, and this. This car upgrade was one of the best things I've built for the workshop. Having the thicknesser and the shop vac on wheels so you can get them out of the way was amazing. One thing I hate though is like the wires are just everywhere. Time for a very quick fix. All I need is some scrap wood. You'll be perfect. So will you. So the first thing I've done is selected 2 profiles of wood, one shorter and narrower than the other piece. So that first piece I've just cut in half, and then I'm going to take a piece of pallet wood and I'm going to make that just a bit wider. I'm just using the other block of wood to find that area, and then I'm going to cut that down. Now I will say throughout this video you're going to see 3 things that are really easy to do, but I am doing them in the quickest, whilst being safe, fashion, and you can absolutely upgrade these. You can profile the edges, you can route certain bits, make them as fancy as you want, but these 3 things have made a huge difference already. Now I'm not doing any of those fancy things I just mentioned, but what I am doing is sanding down any part where the wire is going to come into contact with the wood. I doubt that the wood would eat through the wire eventually, but better safe than sorry. After smoothing those inner blocks, I'm just going to slather a little bit of glue on. I'm going to stick it down and then I'm going to brad nail it together. Not through the workbench though. Don't be like me. Don't nail your stuff to the workbench. After that I've simply flipped them over and I'm just using a piece of pallet wood to mark a line, and that's the line I'm going to drill through. I'm going to drill through and countersink a hole so that the screw will sit flush so I don't catch my trousers on it. All I've got to do is attach them. I can't find my impact driver though, so I'm going to add that onto the list. After eventually finding my impact driver, this project was as simple as just attaching it. So all I did was screw through and then that's it. That's all I did. I just screwed through and attached it to my shop cart. I've just checked the recording time. 9 minutes. Why didn't I do this sooner? This is my drill. I love my drill because I can always find it. It's got a home. So it always goes home after I've used it. This doesn't. I can never find it because I leave it everywhere. Give it a home, I say. This is going to be another quick and dirty one. That sounded bad. It's going to be very easy and straightforward and not take me long. Anyway, I've just marked out some rough lines. The 2 parallel lines are the width of the handle on my impact driver, and the single line, that's the depth. That's where I want it to sit. All I'm doing is clamping this scrap piece of ply to the table, and then I'm just going to roughly cut it out with a jigsaw. This doesn't have to be pretty, it's going to be sat on a pallet wood wall. While it doesn't need to be pretty, I don't want to get splinters in my fingers, so I do give it a quick sand. To be the support to prop this up, I'm just cutting a chunk of wood at 45 degrees. Okay, I don't even think I'm going to use any glue on this. This is temporary, but I need it. I really need it. I might put a bit of glue on. Why not? So this piece here, which I cut on the miter saw, this is just a little support bracket because if I try and screw that on, it's not going to end well. What I'm going to do, whack that on there. Here's my impact driver. Nearly lost that again. And if I lay that down flat, I know that's going to be flush. Little screw in there. Now to keep with the feature wall behind me, if you can call a bunch of pallet scraps stuck to a wall a feature wall, I'm going to screw this to pallets. Now I've got a French cleat wall, so all I'm doing here is attaching the cleats to the back of the pallets. If you haven't got a French cleat wall, you could literally just screw that other holdy arm thing straight into your wall. So, this is not pretty. In fact, it's not pretty at all, it's ugly, but it goes with the rest of my wall. Although I don't think it's that ugly, but it's made from pallets. You could just screw this straight into your wall, like so. In fact, you could just screw that straight into your wall. It's so easy. I'm going to be using my French cleat setup, which uses 45-degree angles, and they are really strong. If you want to know more about how I built my French cleat wall, before I even knew anything, then I'll link the description video in the description. I'm going to screw these onto the back of this and then hang it on. Before it does go on the wall though, I'm just using my drill here. I'm starting at 90 and then switching to 45. That'll be going down when it's hung on the wall. That's to store a couple little extra bits. 2 for 1. And it's as easy as that. Yeah, it doesn't look amazing, but it functions. And because of this gap here, I can even leave my drill bits in and they don't get in the way. And those little holes at the bottom are just for little random attachments that I'm forever putting down and can never find. Easy peasy. This last one is to do with all of these wires. I'm constantly moving this power adapter around, and every time I do, a new wire gets tangled. It needs a home, but I also need to be able to take it off when I need to work on the other side of the garage. So I'm going to show you a little, I'm ashamed to say, a little thing I picked up on TikTok a while ago. And it's really easy. This one takes 30 seconds. I'm almost ashamed to include it in this video. So all you need is a pen, a piece of masking tape, and then 2 screws. Now there are places to put screws on the back of your extension cord, but this is a notoriously hard thing to try and figure out where they go. It doesn't matter if you use a ruler and you take a measurement, this is so much quicker. After marking out the screw holes on that bit of tape, you take it over to where you want it to live, and you put the bit of tape on there and then just screw straight through the tape. This would have been easier if my tape had any stick left in it. And once you've pre-drilled your holes, you peel the tape off, you put a couple of screws in there, and then you've just got to hang your power socket on. Now, the great thing about this is it will hold on securely. You can pull plugs in and out, and it won't come off that way. But it is easy to lift up and take off if you are like me and have got tools on the other side of the garage that you need to be able to get to, but don't have an extension cord over there. Now, this is the tricky part. You've got to try and find where the hole is. And that's what she said. Or he said? I don't know. Come on. I told the viewers this would be easy. Perfect. Easy hack, and I can't believe I learned it on TikTok. There you go. 3 quality of life hacks that have been really easy to do. Less than 25 minutes for all 3. Now, if you've got any little improvements that you think I benefit from, then please post them down in the comments below. I might do a part 2 to this video with your recommendations. I'll make sure to credit you as well. Thank you so much for watching. If you would like to like it and subscribe, then please do. It really helps me out. Take care.